How do you feel about the women's chamber first? How is stacking up? Who you think is going to win? And we'll do the same with the men.
Yeah, I mean, starting with the women, I mean, this year both chambers look very star-studded, which is different than years previous. I know in one year, I think we only had two world champions in one. There was one instance where there was only one world champion. So this year they gave us star-studded on both sides, respectively. And then for the women, we're starting off strong. Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bailey, Naomi, and then we still have one more that still is potentially going to be added. Don't know who it is yet. Could be Raquel, could be somebody else. But looking at that standpoint right there, that looks like a very entertaining match in and of itself.
Hmm.
Now, who could win? I don't know. I'm not advocating for anybody. I just want to see a good chamber.
Yeah,
And then jumping to the men, I don't want to say that it's pretty clear who's going to win, but it looks pretty clear. So on that side, you have Damian Priest, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, John Cena, and then one still to be added between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor.
hmm,
Probably going to be Seth that gets added. So if that's the way they go, either way you slice it on that side,
hmm.
five of the six are former world champions. So very star studded both ways through. The women's side, I'm not sure who's going to win just yet. On the men's side, to me, it's looking like they might edge this out to John Cena just because that's the only one that makes the most sense right now. With Priest not being in the title picture, Seth not being in one, Logan's definitely not getting the Mania match. Punk and Cody, they had their little debacle. John's been very adamant about being a 17-time champion, and the crowd seems to be gravitating more towards that. And respectfully, you know, I'm not mad at that at all. So I'm thinking Cena's going to win for the men. Now, Stevie, I've talked your ear off about this on air, off air. Where's your 2 cents at? Where do you think the winners are going to pop up from for both of these matches?
It-
What's your
you
thought?
I'm at an interesting place. Um, as far as the women, I'm really up in the air because they're fighting Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
So really, it could be anybody. It could be anybody because I don't expect whoever's fighting Rhea Ripley to win.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like picking a lamb for the slaughter. Um, which booking wise, it becomes a little more difficult to pick because you're either going with a match that everyone has been anticipating, which I don't know that there is one yet. Especially since you did Nia versus Rhea already.
Ooh.
Um, like you did it already, so that can't be it. So what else is there? Unless it was Alexa Bliss, but I don't know. I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't because I could see how maybe you could maybe, but it's a stretch. It's a stretch. So I don't really have a pick for the women. As far as the men, it's interesting because I have a theory about John Cena's character this year that would be ruined if he was to win.
Mm-hmm.
It would immediately put it into my theory. So I don't think it's gonna be John,
Okay.
but I don't know who else it would be just yet. Too many people make sense, but there's not a lot of people that feel like
Too many
that's
variables.
yeah. There's a lot of variables at play. We know they might be leaning to Punk, Cena, Seth, somewhere. They might be headed to Seth Punk at Mania. I'm not really sure where they're headed with Punk. because a lot of people expect Punk to win or
Mm-hmm.
Punk to have a situation where he's cashing in on that guaranteed favor for Mania to be in the main event because what other favor would it be? So I'm a lot of different wheels turning for me.
I want to say real quick before we jump to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
You made a comment about the women that you don't know who it could be.
Mm-hmm.
Then you said maybe Alexa.
Mm-hmm.
I have a theory that the winner of this match for the women isn't going to be the only one in the match now, based off of what happened last week or the week before on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
New pick for the women. Liv Morgan's going to win.
Liv Morgan.
Now, hold on, big picture here. Liv Morgan's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Officially, as of the chamber, it's going to be Liv and Rhea for the title at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
But Rhea did also say to Io the night after the chamber, Io has a guaranteed title match.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Liv and Raquel are gonna cause some kind of chaos, if you will. I don't want to get the curse word out, but they're gonna cause some kind of havoc
Mm-hmm.
to where it messes up Io again, and then and then Adam Pearce straight up just makes it a triple threat at Mania between Rhea, Io, and Liv for the women's world title.
Damn, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I mean, Rhea could win that. Probably is gonna win that, but I wouldn't be mad at EO coming away with that. I
I
wouldn't
mean,
be. A lot of people have been advocating for EO Sky this year.
and think it it would be anytime there's been a triple threat match for a world title on the grandest stage of them all, more often than not, that triple threat has been a banger. Just look
Yeah,
at the history of world title matches at Mania, when the ones that were triple threats at least. More of them have been good than they've been bad.
in between the storytelling and great wrestling, I can't even hold you because at this point, Liv Morgan is rose to the occasion. EO Sky was always on the level. She was always on the up and up. She's probably the best out of the three of them.
And that's how you get
Um,
one of the hottest feuds of the year and still manage to keep it fresh by bringing in somebody that the crowd is very much behind that
what
isn't in
happens
that
to
feud.
Bailey though?
Oh no, we got a plan for Bailey at Mania.
Oh, we do. Okay, all right. I'm just thinking of myself.
No,
There's a
no,
lot of variables. A lot of
no.
variables.
We have a plan for Bailey night two of WrestleMania.
Mm, okay.
Not even night one, night two.
Ooh. Okay. Um, moving past this. To wrap up the men's chamber, we did have like a chamber side question, which was how does this all fall in line with the Judgment Day? Because we assume Seth is going to be in the chamber, maybe not to win, but to storytell definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, not gonna lie, Seth winning would be amazing, only because Seth versus Cody, the match we haven't seen since Cody first got here, Cody's first major feud that put him this over, the man that made him, Seth Rollins, coming back a new man, like I think I can do it. I can do what I didn't do before.
Mm-hmm.
Because Seth got a lot of chip on his shoulders.
Friends the year before to enemies now.
It would be interesting. It would be, some could say, arguably, without Seth, he never would be champion.
This is true. Very possible.
But it probably won't be Seth. So how does this fall on the Judgment Day? Well, you already know there's been tension for months, and I give it to Dom. He's kind of trying to step into his own real quick, a little bit, yeah. I mean, he got a little confidence on him. He got a little Latino heat going, and he think there is no leaders. Why don't I call some shots and pull my weight? And Finn seems to be
Mm-hmm.
having an issue with it. And Don made a very good point. JD on the bench. I mean,
It's
We
not,
might need some numbers around here.
and he's not wrong. He
And
is
and
not wrong.
and and when it comes to bringing in guys to join the Judgment Day, it's always Dom. I ain't gonna hold you. You keep an eye on it. Dom is always bringing in the new people. He
Dom,
was the first new person, and he continues to be the door between their working relationships.
Dom always has a way with his words. We might not like to hear him talk, but he seems to have a way with his words. Got
Listen,
Carly, brought Carly into the fold, got Liv in the door, allowed Raquel to come in. Dom has a way with words, and I feel like Dom's gonna have a way with his words again because whether it happens before Mania, at Mania, or the Raw after,
mm-hmm,
I could see this leading to a potential divide. And then I don't want to call it a hostile takeover, but a smooth transition
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
into a match between Dom and Finn. And then that's how we get our new person slash potential
Ooh,
leader.
I'm piping it up for you because if you remember Rewind, Judgment Day, Everything Counts, when Edge first added Rhea, I think to beat Finn or AJ, it was one of them. At a Mania, he had the new member pop up and win him the match. Now, what if Dom, okay, take a page out of Edge book and introduce the new lead, well, not the new leader, but introduce his new guy that he been saying we need around here
Mm-hmm.
at Mania to beat Finn. What if they decide, yo, Judgment Day does need a leader, and it's not you?
Potential. I could very much see it, and you never know. Judgment Day is known to be a little dark at times, so maybe they go a little black with it. You never know.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind personally. I think it'd be a very cool addition. It could be kind of like a. I ain't gonna jump the gun on it. We say it too much, it
Mm-hmm.
might not happen.
Yeah.
But it would be pretty cool. And to see Dom go one on one with Finn at Mania feels like he's following up on a trend of having one of the more exciting matches, at least story wise, of the night at WrestleMania. I think he's managed to do that like 3 times if he can do it this year.
People have been asking me, why, Eddie, why?